got in and this gin light came on. Seems like that's probably an alternator or a belt issue. My engine's kind of chugging. See if I can figure out what's going on here. Looks like my belt's still attached. Check out my alternator here. Still turning the alternator. Battery cables don't look great, but I don't think that's a problem. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm gonna park it, grab the truck. Hey guys, so I've got this problem with the Jeep. The gin light came on. It was kind of idling pretty rough, kind of sputtering. So I'm pretty sure it's just a belt issue, an old belt worn out. Last summer when it was pretty warm, especially when you turned on the AC, when you first started up, it actually squealed quite a bit. I'm pretty sure it's just belt noise. Once you pop the AC off, the squeal went away. So I think it's just a worn belt. We're gonna swap on a new belt real quick, see if that fixes it. While we're at it, we'll probably roll the pulleys around, make sure there's nothing grinding or loose or wiggling there. But let's go check it out and see if this solves the issue. So it is a new day. I didn't get a chance to finish up or even really start on the belt swap the other day. Just ran out of light and had my daughter with me, so that just didn't work out. A little bit colder now, so I got my coat on, but let's jump into this, see if we can get swapped out real quick. Belt. Someday I'm gonna have to fix that hood latch pull. It's a little tough. If I remember correctly, I'm wanting to say this is like a 15 millimeter. All right, I got an extension and some metric wrenches. It should be all I need. I believe this needs to be a 19 millimeter, or sorry, 15 millimeter as well. That's an 11-13, so this is 15-17 here. No, 14-17. What? Let me check this. Definitely not 14. Definitely not 17. All right, I'm gonna have to go find my other wrenches. Be right back. All right, got my wrenches. So, if I remember correctly, you got a 15 millimeter down here on your idler pulley that you need to pop loose without rounding the bolt off, preferably, or pinching the crud out of your fingers. These angles are probably bad for actually being able to see this, but basically all I'm doing here is loosening up this idler pulley so it'll allow me to swing it or push it out with this bolt here, loosen the belt and get in there so I can swap in the new one. Ideally, I would take this whole fan assembly, radiator fan and such, out of the way. There goes my wrench. But that takes a lot longer. So we're gonna risk doing it the other way. And I think it's just right here, loosen that guy. That'll back off the tension on the idler and should be able to pop this belt off. Alright, my hands were not made for these small spaces. Honestly, yep, quite a bit of cracking there. Not sure. Oh, where's my camera? There it is. Yeah, quite a bit of cracking on that belt. So, it's not, I mean, I've seen worse. Definitely kind of dry rotted. Anyways, I might keep that as a backup spare just to make sure. I got something, or I'll go buy another belt. How shiny that is compared to this one, so definitely time for a replacement. See if we can get this routed back through. But first, let's roll some pulleys around and check, make sure nothing's too loose. So, AC pulley actually seems good. A pulley for my fan here, see if I can get to it. No play in it. As far as I can tell, there's no grinding of bearings. Crank pulley. Idler pulley. A little bit of noise coming out of it, but it doesn't feel rough. It'll probably clean up when I put it all back together. Power steering actually feels decent. Alternator, that's the one I think I'm a little bit worried about. See if I can get my hand down in there. While I'm standing here looking at this, I can see my oil filter right down in there. And I just changed that. And it's really kind of a pain in the butt to change that. You get an oil mess everywhere. And it's not ideal location. It's really hard to fit it in and out. It's almost impossible. Very close tolerances, so I've seen a lot of guys put a 90-degree bracket on that allows them to replace that a lot easier. I'll probably do that here soon. All the pulleys actually feel really good, so I don't think it's a pulley issue. I think it's solely a belt issue. So let's get this on here before we run out of light. I don't know that I said this is a Gates Micro V. Surely it's a decent belt. Paid enough for it, that's for sure, at O'Reilly. But kind of something you need to be working, especially on something like this, where everything's running off a single pulley. You really got to make sure what you got is good. So, come on, fat hands. Get down in there. Oh, shoot. I do believe I'm going to go down below and get that from the bottom. All right, I got it on the main crank. I'm hoping it makes sense for what I'm filming here. It's hard to capture all this because really I'm not seeing much of any of it myself, to be honest. Just kind of going based on feel and peeking when I can. All right, now I think we just got to get down to the alternator. I do believe I'm going to stop and take a look at this real quick, make sure it's going the right ways. All right, I think we're on everything. That is a lot of extra slack though. We need to double check this. I think that's right. I'm going to do one more double check and then I'll tighten everything up, see what happens. Well, nothing like starting over. Right either. All right, let me look at it again. Dang it. Oh. All right, so I've done this a few times now and keep getting it wrong. So I'm just going to draw a diagram out here so I have it to reference. So got our AC, got our alternator, our fan, our water pump, crank, idler pulley, and our power steering. So I know that I'm an idiot. I just saw this. You gotta be kidding me. Anyways, let's do that. Gosh, I can't believe I just did all that and just now realized. Anyways, sometimes After long days at work, I forget to slow down and really look at what I'm doing. And there's my diagram right there that I need. How ridiculous. Anyways, all right, let's do this. We got a light, we got our diagram, and we got our belt. This light will stay on long enough I can actually do something. Now, very carefully, I want to wiggle this back onto here. I think I got it. And I missed it. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Oh, crap. All right, we're gonna try and fix this stupid bend here. And try and fix this bend here so I can actually keep it on the pulley down there while I'm trying to load it up here. Or, yeah, we gotta do it that way. This has got to go down. Come on, headlamp, stay on. That's quite ridiculous. Alright, I finally got a light that's actually hopefully going to stay on now. Quite ridiculous. I just put brand new AAA batteries into that headlamp. And they're already dead. Okay, now I can actually see what's going on down in here. Victory. Good deal. All right. See if I can get you all a view of this. Everything's on. Idler pulley here. Up and around. Power steering. Underwater pump. Underneath a crank. Onto our AC compressor. Down there. Oh, down there onto our alternator and around our fan right there. All right, let's tighten this guy up over here. Let's see if we can wrap this up. Probably a torque spec somewhere. Definitely don't want to throw a dry belt. All right, I'm gonna leave it there for now. Take our 15, get down in here, see if I can get our flashlight to stay in place, and tighten up our pulley here. There we go. That's what we need. Well, it came all the way out. Excuse my heavy breathing again. Sorry, it's cold out here. Couple good throwing weight into it. Time to put tools away, start her up, see if she runs. Here goes nothing. Had a little bit of a weird start there, but it's running. Rolling pulleys. No squeaks that I can tell. No weird amount of sputtering or anything. I think we're good. Definitely have an exhaust leak down there somewhere. I'll take it for a little test drive. So my gin light is still on. I'm not sure if that needs to be reset through like the check engine light type reset or not, but before I even mess with that, I'm just going to check battery voltage here. Got positive here, negative, looks like 11.95 volts, so 12 volts. Let's go start it up and check and see what it's running while the engine's running. That'll tell us if the alternator is actually turning and working. And hopefully the answer is not that we've got a bad alternator. All right, now that we're running, we should be able to check our voltage for the battery, and it should read, I believe, about 13 volts. It's showing 1157. I'm pretty sure that's not good. So we've got a connection loose somewhere. Well, the alternator's bad because it's only showing 11.57 volts. I believe that should be 13 or 14 volts when the engine's on. So something's not right. That's a bummer. That's a big bummer. That's it for tonight. We'll get back on this a different day. We know for sure it's not the belt now. I did some more digging off camera, just checking for loose connections and checking the fuse. On this model year, the alternator wire is fused with an inline fusible link, basically 10 gauge wire that'll burn up between 100 to 125 amps. I felt around on that, everything seemed solid inside and the insulation wasn't burn up at all, so I think that's good to go. So it looks like we're coming down to it being a bad alternator. For some reason it just went out. I think it's pretty common on these. I just charged up the battery as good as I could, just enough to get it on the trailer. That way I could haul it to the new place and fix it there. So stay tuned, and on the next build video, we'll install that alternator and see if we can get it back on the road. If you want to take the next step with me to build, explore, and improve this Jeep, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. If you're enjoying this Jeep content, I'd love it if you'd hit that thumbs up and share if you would. Comment below what kind of projects you've got going on right now.